Do you have neurodivergent team members? Are you aware? Are they even aware? There's an awful lot of us that are undiagnosed, late diagnosed. But do you have people in your team? Let's see if you recognize any of these roles. So let's say you are kind of well into a project and you're really getting to the delivery stage and you need to get on now. Time is getting short, deadlines are approaching. You need to be getting stuff done. But there'll be that one person who is still busy having other ideas about it. Like, yeah, but what if we actually, what if we did it this way? What if we brought in blah, blah, blah? What if we added this? What if we didn't do that and did that? And that incredibly creative mind is so useful, but it's not necessarily useful at the stage where you're actually trying to put things into practice. It feels like that's all coming a stage too late. Another character you might find is, I think Belbin calls them mismatches. So it's kind of right, great, we're all on board, right? We're doing this. And then someone will go, wait a minute, let me just, hang on, let me just take a step back here. Let's look at this again. But I'm not sure that I've been looking into, and they are wanting to sense check or kind of beta test. And it feels like, oh my God, we're just about to get going on this. And now you are picking holes in it. Now you're finding fault in it. Now you're doubting the premise of the action we've decided to take. And then you might get a third character who is both of these combined. So someone who'll sit there going, actually, bear with me. What if we did A, B, and C instead of X, Y, and Z? No, because then that would clash with that then. And they just appear to go through this whole little cycle of creative ideas and then sense checking it and then no. And in the middle of a meeting, particularly at that point where the rest of the team, we're trying to actually start delivering, actually start doing these things, can feel unhelpful. But rest assured that you have a massive and really useful asset there in your team with these people. And for us as managers, it's about fully leveraging and utilizing those skill sets. So for instance, for people like that who they're not kind of going along with the flow, they're stopping and having ideas or stopping and sense checking, it's really useful to have this ongoing conversation with them at appraisals or just in general to kind of pre-frame, I see what a great innovator you are. I see what a great natural sense checker and beta tester you are. At certain points in meetings, we'll need to just go ahead and make a decision, and that's my job as a manager to do that. So at that point, I want you to feel that if you've got any additional contribution to make, any other concerns, that at that point you're okay to write those down for me and submit them to me. And actually mean that, right? So that person doesn't feel shut down in the meeting and you're still able to capture feedback. Because a lot of it's great. A lot of the time, they are coming up with amazing ideas that actually would be really great at the right time. Or they're coming up with amazing observations, which if you had rolled out that product without that person catching that fault, it could have cost you thousands, or it could have cost you loads of time, or even your business's reputation. So make sure that you capture all that and extend that pre-frame to the team in general. Get them to understand about neurodiversity, that different brain types, different ways of thinking add to the value of the team, and that in meetings it's important sometimes to reach a conclusion, a state of action, and so there'll be different kind of accommodations or kind of ways of communicating and things for different members, but to understand that it's all value being generated and it can all be utilized by a switched on business leader. So definitely pre-frame that. Another sort of idea for kind of managing and inspiring neurodivergence better is to pre-frame, and when you collect these ideas, actually you collect them, because 9 times out of 10 we neurodivergents will have all these ideas or notice all these amazing features or potential pitfalls, and then we won't do anything about it because we have an executive functioning deficit sometimes. So you collect these ideas so that then that's value that you can do something with. And you may choose to develop one of these ideas with someone in your business who's much more of an implementer. So make sure that you collect these assets in your business for later development. And then in terms of actually utilizing the ideas and inspiring and motivating your neurodivergent staff, loop them in when you are developing a concept. Now, the point is here, it might be a concept that's nothing to do with their role. But if you want to run a business efficiently, it's not about roles, it's about skill sets in your business and fully utilizing them. So they may have nothing to do with the project that you're developing over in another area of the business, but it's worth running it by them anyway, because it could be their special interest. They're fascinated by these things, and they may well, again, create more ideas around it. They may sense check it and beta test it for you. And by doing this, you are hugely motivating that person, because often we neurodivergents, we do get bored, and we do like to have variety in our jobs. And also, we are often shut down. We are often treated like the awkward squad. But by coming to your neurodivergent team for this input, that recognition that of their skill set is hugely positive for them, and you're going to be building an incredibly loyal employee who feels very, very fulfilled in working for you, because they get these interesting little side projects coming in. And it's much more likely that they're going to stay with your business rather than leaving and generating all these great ideas and all this beta testing for your competitors. So just consider that, recognizing the untapped assets in your neurodivergent and neurodiverse team.